Welcome to Just One Song. My name is Kurt Bemke, and in this program, our goal is to write one song in 45 minutes or less. But the song doesn't have to be good, it just has to exist. With me for this episode is Kylie Mayhew, a fantastic singer-songwriter, a wonderful friend, and just a great person all around. Kylie, how are you tonight?
So nice, Kurt. Thanks.
Oh.
What an introduction. I'm great. I'm here. I'm making music. It's been a while. Happy to see you.
Tell me a little bit about how you became the musician I know you to be.
A bunch of really ironic steps. I started playing piano when I was 4 because my parents and grandparents forced me into lessons. I hated it. I would fall asleep at the piano. I begged them to quit. They finally let me when I was like 8. But around the same time, I started writing music. So 8-year-old Kylie was just listening to the radio, replacing lyrics and making up her own.
You were like Weird Al-ing it. You were doing
100%.
Doing parodies.
Yeah, that was.
I love parodies.
That's what I was doing in 3rd grade, except it was about like witches and like I strongly recall I probably watched like Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost one too many times.
Oh my gosh.
I remember a song. I like rewrote an Elton John song to be about witches. So that's
Which Elton John song?
I wish I remembered. I don't remember details, but that's where I got my start.
That's impressive to rewrite an
Thanks.
Elton John song. I think he's a ridiculously talented songwriter.
He's incredible.
Says us, the lowly podcasters.
We're allowed to have an opinion.
We can have an opinion. Amazing stuff. And he writes songs. I talked about this, I think, with Quinn or Martin, but he's given the lyrics first.
Right.
With his writing partner.
Because Bernie writes lyrics and then he just goes at it.
He writes the music, but he's I think his thing is, I could be wrong, but I think he gives himself 15 minutes to find a melody to the lyric.
No, I think I've heard something, and I don't remember the exact time frame, but you're right. He's like, there's an expiration date.
He limits himself, and if he can't find a melody or figure one out, he's like, I can't do it. It's not going to happen. And he just throws it away. And he says, give me more lyrics.
I think that's really interesting.
Well, one thing we talk about a lot in the show is the idea of limitations and how it's a great... limitations are a great way to stimulate creativity.
Yeah.
How do you write music?
Absolutely.
What's your process?
I'm the opposite of Elton John. If I am given lyrics and then am told to put them to music, there's no way. Or if I write a poem and then think like, oh, maybe this could be a song, it's not possible for me. I have to have music first, whether it's me playing a random riff on my piano or like just finding a combination of chords that inspires me that day, or honestly, sometimes, and I feel like these are the best songs, sometimes one line pops into my head at like a wildly inconvenient time. Either I'm driving or I'm in the shower or I'm somewhere where I can't.
Brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
Performing surgery.
Totally, as I do every normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
But it's just one like fully fledged line with, I don't know why Tuesday. Today's Friday.
Hey, Kylie, can you come over and hang out? I can't. It's Tuesday.
It's brain surgery day, Kurt.
I'm helping out the phlebotomist or something. I don't know.
I'm so squeamish. That's so ironic.
Good thing you don't actually perform surgery on Tuesdays.
Good thing. It wouldn't end well.
With murder.
Thanks. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult you by your lack of surgical knowledge?
No.
We have the same degree.
Well, yeah. Music industry studies, kids. Don't let us touch you when you're injured.
Or at all.
Or at all. Please. One fully fledged line that, melody, words, one sentence just pops into my head out of nowhere, usually. And sometimes I just go as soon as I can. I rush to the piano and make that into a song and just base everything around that. And those are the best ones, really.
Wow. So what's an example? What's one you've written? You have a song out there, Bruised.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a riff for that one, or was there a one line for that one?
No, you know what? That was a really odd one in that I just sat down and literally wrote all of it from beginning to end, all the way through.
Okay.
And I feel like it shows. I feel like in some ways it's not coherent and it's not very well thought out, because it was this kind of linear process where this part makes sense with this next part, but by the time you get to the end of the song, it's kind of gone off the rails.
Right.
So looking back, it's like, yeah, I can tell that I wrote that differently than I usually do. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example of... Well, actually, I wrote one for one of the songwriting classes that was like that, with the one line where I don't even remember what the prompt was or what the requirements were, but I was like walking through the parking structure really late at night, and I like had this line, "The echoes sound, I'm the only one around," and then I was like, oh, I like it.
That's really cool. The echoes sound, I'm the only one around.
Kept singing it to myself, and then got in my car and like put it in voice memos and
never touch it again.
Yeah, no, that one became a full song.
Well, that's good.
Amazing, I know.
My voice memos is just a graveyard of song ideas.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
It's like, oh, that's a really cool, nice guitar piece. Let me play it for 2 minutes and never touch it again.
Or think about it for like years to come and think like, I really need to finish this, and then just never. Just not. I always think it would be really cool to just give someone like free reign of my voice memos and be like, all right.
Make something with this.
Yeah. Here's a start. Finish it.
I didn't know what to do with the grocery list, but I figured out something.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
It's just the grocery wrap. That's Weird Al. That's Weird Al-ing it. I used to have a songwriting partner, and he would... I remember one time I'd sent like a riff on a guitar. Like just... like... I don't even know what it was. I was like doing some arpeggio on a chord, and I said, hey, I like this, how this sounds. I sent it to him. A couple hours later, I'm at his house, and he has produced a whole song with it. Wow. Instrumental, like he was an electronic musician, but this guy like plugged it into Fruity Loops. He figured out the key it was in, and he was like, hey, I had this beat, and it was just this super amazing, this impressive piece of work. But can just take a little line and you turn it into this whole song. Is amazing. Well, so we have to write a song. We're here. We're on the show.
Yeah.
You agreed to this.
Why?
I don't know. Because I'm your friend.
Yeah, basically.
So
no, I'm excited.
Well, you're not playing piano tonight.
I'm not.
So you're playing guitar. What are you playing? What instrument?
I'm playing my Taylor acoustic.
Taylor. That is a nice
She deserves a better guitarist, but she has me. So I'm really not good at guitar. I used to be better when I was like 15 and would just play for hours alone in my bedroom. Like when I was a teenager, I was a prime guitarist, but now it's been a long time, so the best I can do is strum some chords, but it's here if I need it. But actually what I would love to do is you write wonderful things on guitar, and I feel like
don't flatter me, Kylie.
No, it's true. And every time I hear one of your instrumental pieces that you've made up, it's like inspiring to me. So I think what I would love to do, especially because I usually work with music first, is I want you to come up with something on guitar, and then I want to try to like give it a melody.
Okay.
And do the thing.
Well, I have my Cordoba. It's a nylon string. Does the timbre of the instrument matter to you?
It does matter.
It does matter.
Yeah. So we can play around and see.
Okay.
Which guitar?
Is there any feeling you're interested in? Is there any key? Are there any, as a piano player, is there any chord that stands out to you that you love? That's like just a chord that really resonates with you.
I don't think any specific chord. I will say that there's a lot to be said for simplicity. Like sometimes I will mess around for hours trying to find a cool chord or some extension that sounds nice or and sometimes you just go back to like primary chords, you know, or like a typical 4-chord pop song, and then like that's where it is, you know, and then you go from there and you can build on that and replace some things. But I think sometimes we just try too hard, you know.
I understand.
I try too hard.
Overcomplicate
I'll speak for myself.
Things. I agree, though. I think simplicity is underrated for the most part when it comes to writing. I think once you let go of this need to impress people with your playing, it's more freeing on your mind and your abilities as a musician. I don't think I'm an amazing guitar player, and I never wanted to be. I just wanted to play guitar well enough to where, you know, I could write music. So I always try to go simplicity before complexity.
I agree with that. Well, I think that sometimes people get so caught up in trying to play well that then they end up writing something that's just like too complicated or uninteresting or like doesn't have any actual heart to it because they were just trying to show off.
Yeah, that's true. Virtuosic pieces.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, nothing wrong with those.
No, there's a time and place for sure.
Okay, so let's see. You want me to just mess around and...
Yeah, should we establish like what we want it to be about and then go from there? Or do you want to do the music first and then...
What about a feeling? Or a mood? Or do you have an idea of what you want it to be about?
I really don't. I mean, I think that the last couple weeks have been a little heavy for the world. So I think I'm probably feeling a little bit more, you know, dark and deep than like pop song. But
well, we can write bright and happy and not pop.
I mean,
or do you want to dive into dark and deep?
I don't know. I don't know if I should just avoid it altogether, if I should embrace it, because that's just kind of how the world feels right now.
A lot of songs we've written on the show have been very melancholy.
Okay.
They've had that sort of feeling.
Well, then why
Nothing wrong with that. If we can do another one, I'm fine with that.
No, you know what? I would love to switch it up. Let's write something happy, because the world needs it right now.
Something happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need it right now.
So when you think of happy, what do you think of, like, in terms of mood or feel or rhythm or...
Let's say hopeful.
Hopeful.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be fast.
No, it doesn't. That's true.
It's just kind of bright.
I have like this, one of my exercises to warm up is this little finger picking piece I do. And it might be, finger picking might be a little complicated if we're going for simplicity. Right. But it sounds, you know...
Use it.
Something like that. Or I do have another. Let's see.
I feel like I could do things with that, but let's see what else. Just so we have options. I had more ideas pop into my head for that one.
You want to do the first one?
Yeah.